Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the next lesson in the Su-25 Cadet series. This time we're going to take a look at the illumination bomb or flare bomb, and for that we have two different kinds. We have the SAB-100 and SAB-250. The number indicates the weight of the bomb, of course, but the 250 is much brighter than the 100. Therefore, if I should recommend any one of these bombs, I would recommend the SAB-250 because the light is so much brighter. The way the bomb works is that when you release the bomb in CCRP mode, that means straight and level flight, the bomb will drop. After a few seconds it will release 7 flares. Those flares are the one who illuminate the terrain below it or the environment around it, and they will float down slowly in a parachute. The manual says that the illumination time lasts 1 till 5 minutes. That is a rather big window of illumination, but the manual also indicates that the release altitude is 1000 till 3000 meters. So it is my assumption that if you release the 250 bomb at 3000 meters, you will get the most amount of light, I assume up to 5 minutes. So the manual does not specify any speed velocity window, but I'm assuming that 500 kilometers per hour is pretty good. It is a reasonable window. So 1000 till 3000 meters, around 500 kilometers per hour. And why do I have R60 armed? Well, it is a flare bomb, so let's get into the flight. As you see, my cockpit is illuminated. The button for turning on the illumination in the cockpit is the illumination cockpit keybind, a button. On my keyboard, a Danish keyboard, it is the letter L, the letter Lima. So turn on your cockpit lighting. Without that, it is practically impossible to see any of your instruments. Turn on your lighting, go to air to ground mode, lower gun sight, and be within 1000 and 3000 meters, around 500 kilometers per hour, and use CCRP mode. I will make the first pass with the SAB-100, go around, come back, and drop the SAB-250. Then you can see the difference in illumination power. So on pause, around 500 kilometers per hour, 1000 meters. The SAB-100 is selected. I'm gonna aim at the middle of that famous island. And straight and level flight, around 500 kilometers per hour at around 1000 meters. And then follow the roll or bank indicator. That is height is okay, speed is okay. Get more speed. Bit too high. Starts to unwind, pressing and holding the trigger. That is one released. Let's take a look how it looks. See, 7 flares are now being released. That was the SAB-100. Let's try dropping a SAB-250, then you can see the difference in illumination power. And we will be flying at 500 kilometers per hour at roughly 1000 to get the most accurate comparison. After that, we're gonna have a little fun. And as you saw, the flares are released like dots on a string. So that is something you can use tactically if you're going to mark a route or along this river, or do not cross these flares or anything like that. Always use a negative thing to your advantage, if you can say that is negative. I don't think so, but hey. And don't forget that the flares are slowly dropping, so the area the illumination bomb illuminates will get smaller and smaller and smaller as they comes toward the Earth. Need to descend quite a bit. Toward the beach. When we hit the beach, make a right row. Speed is at 500. Ah, this is fine. Coming in. Press and hold. CCRP mode. 500 kilometers per hour. 1000 meters roughly. Trying to follow the bang indicator. 1150. A bit more speed. 1120. A bit more speed. Range scale is unwinding. And release. Let's take a look. See already how much brighter the 250 is. Now we can clearly see the stars below. They're so much brighter. So let's have some fun. Let's go to air-to-air mode. That is longitudinal missile aiming mode, and short lesson with the air-to-air missile or the R60 missile in DCS is that when you hear the sound, the missile is locked. So get the aiming paper on the target, and in this case the flares. You can see they are slowly descending in the parachutes. That is one right there. When you hear the sound, you can fire the weapon. Launch. Boom! So yeah. So you can actually use the flare bomb as a decoy, because they are technically just a flare, just in a parachute. So that is how to use the SAB-100 and 250 illumination bomb, flare bombs, and the difference between them. And as you see, pick the 250, so much brighter. Thank you.